I'm here with UFC Bantamweight, Adrian Yanez. Week and a half ago, we spoke. You didn't have that title in the introduction. You were just Bantamweight badass. And now you're UFC Bantamweight badass, Adrian Yanez, man. What an experience, bro.
Man, it really was an experience, man. I was really loving it, man. Up until the fight, I was really focused, so I really didn't soak any of it in until after the fight was finished. Once the fight was finished, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like, oh man, wow! It was like I'm really here. Like, wow, I'm really here. Like, I was so focused, so dialed in that nothing else really bothered me. I was just calm, chill, relaxed, and then after the fight was over, I was like, whoa. Oh man, I just did it.
Did it indeed. What was it, 39 seconds?
Yeah, 39 seconds, man. Shoot, honestly, man, it felt pretty quick. I honestly thought it was a little bit faster than 39 seconds, but in there, the track of time just went super quick to me.
Well, this guy had only, one loss on his record. And that guy is, he's doing well for himself. So you coming in, your three losses, of course, we've gone over those before. Split decisions that probably should have gone the other way. And, a tough fight very early on in your career with a very tough guy. But you iced this guy. As the cool kids would say, you murked him. I mean, you destroyed him. You ran through him. And then I want to touch on this just a little bit, right? When they're announcing the contract, there was a little bit of a
Yeah, man, it was weird to me. It was really weird to me because for a second, I knew that mine was very definitive and very like a statement, like the way that Dana likes. So, like, I was just waiting. I was like, "You're in the UFC." I was waiting for that, but then like I was like kind of just, and also too, I was still kind of just living in the moment, like in my head, I was like during that time, whenever I was looking around, I was hesitant because I was thinking, I was like, wait, did I just really just get called into the UFC by Dana White? Like, also too, like on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and just like Dana White saying like you're in the UFC, and I'm just still like, I was still in shock because I was like, wait, like someone punched me right now because I don't know if I'm dreaming or not, So it took me a second. I was like, wait, you really said that? I was like, because I didn't know if I was imagining or what. So it was all like a dream to me. So it was super crazy to me, man. So whenever that happened, yeah, it was a mixture of I didn't know if he was really calling me in or like if it was just me just dreaming a little bit.
well, it's funny. You say, someone punched me, and I don't remember the guy landing one strike.
Yeah, he threw in the beginning of the fight. I heard his corner call for the jab, and I was ready for it. I was like, okay, as soon as he throws this jab, like I'm slip, I'm gonna come back with something. But instead of him just throwing a singular jab, he threw the 1-2 straight down the pipe. So I slipped the jab, and the straight right just came in, and I felt it, and it didn't hurt. I was like, oh, okay. And then right after that, like the tide changed, and then all of a sudden, like I was about to come forward on him, and then he took that shot. Uh, my back bounced off the fence. So I turned the corner. And then after that, I was like, I think I got this guy. Like I know I got.
Oh, you froze there for a second. That's all right. You'll be right back.
Hello, can you see me?
Yeah, no, we're still here.
Okay, cool. Yes, like right after that, like it just like once I bounced off the fence and turned off the corner, I just knew it was like he's going down really quickly because I felt his shot, I felt his punch, and I was like, to me, it just wasn't. It just I know I've dealt with that in training sessions, and sparring sessions, and everything. I felt much worse than that, so I was like, oh, he's going down quickly, and then everything unfolded, and that Literally, it was like the whole fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, that combination that you landed, I really wish that I could be playing it in the background, but I'd probably, have the video taken down as soon as I posted it. But that was, it's right up there with that Cerrone finish over that guy, the wrestler guy. Anyway, his name isn't important. But the finishing sequence that he put on that dude, that was just like, holy shit. Yanez just fucking literally put himself in like my all-time favorite finishing sequences ever. And I'm not just saying that because we're homies. I'm saying that because, dude, that was slick.
Man, yeah, it's something we drill a lot, man. Me and my coach, we drill a lot, and that's one of the combinations that we do is we drill the slipping the jab and slipping the cross and throwing the cross at the same time. So whenever I slip that right hand, I shoot my right hand down the pipe, and it's gonna land. It's gonna land. Uh, and I knew he was coming forward. And one thing we do, like one thing that we drill a lot, is that check hook on that step back. He comes in, he's still coming in hard, just drop back on the check hook. A lot of people don't see that coming. So that the first sequence that you saw, all drilled. It was all drilled before, like for years and years and years. So just to see how fluid it came out during that, it was, to me, it was like just like the cherry on top. Whenever I got to see it, and I was like, wow. I didn't even notice I slipped his cross. I like going back. I was like, my coach told me, he's like, yeah, like I thought, like I slipped his jab and I threw that punch. He's like, oh well, you also slipped his right hand. I was like, did I? He's like, yeah, you slipped his right hand because to me it went this quick. It went that quick. He's like, yeah, you slipped that right hand. You threw it and you hit him with that check hook. And I was like, yeah, I remember the check hook. And he's like, yeah, and then right after that, it was a weird split second moment because after he dropped, my coach started yelling at me, finish him. And I could see the throughout the corner of my eye, like, because I was about to do the little walk on, because I thought, like, as soon as he hit that floor, I thought he was done. I look over, like, I see the peripheral of my eyes. I looked at my corner, and he's just like going, finish him. And I go after him, and I drop him again, and shoot, like, that through that whole entire time, it was just me just going through the motion of me just throwing my combination, and I'm just glad it looked really pretty because I felt like it was wild.
No, it was there was nothing wild about it, man. It was very, very clean, very pretty, very, very pretty. Now, I know you just signed. Okay. I know you just signed. So there's probably no news of an opponent yet. But do you have an idea of when you think you will be making your official UFC debut? Because remember, Dana White Contender Series, for those listening, it's kind of like Dana White's audition to the UFC. And if you pass all of his fucking tests, if you can walk the line without falling over, then of course he'll give you a contract, which you secured. But do you have a timeline of when you think you might return to the cage?
Man, I'm just taking the rest of this week off, man. Right now it's Wednesday. Right now it's Wednesday. Right after the fight, just flew home, tired. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna take the night off. I'll probably be back in the gym on Friday. I'll just probably just show my face in the gym on Friday and just kind of just hang out and watch everybody train and everything. And then Monday back to the grindstone, man. So I'm not getting out of shape. So I already told them at the press conference right after that, man, if they want me on short notice, I can do it. Just let me know. Just call me. I'm here. My phone line is open, and I'm over here trying to get paid. Like, working a good old 9 to 5 is cool. You get the retirement plans and everything, but man, nobody's ever gonna remember your name if you're working a 9 to 5 job. Man, I'm trying to have my name be remembered. This is what I want to do, and plus, this is my dream. I want to do this, and I'm ready to jump headfirst into this, man. I'm ready to go. So, if they need me in 2 weeks, I'll be there. If they need me in 3, I'll be there. If they need me tomorrow at 45, I'll be there. uh, man, like I said, I'm just ready. Like I'm just really, really ready. Whenever, whoever, I don't really care.
Well, I'll tell you this, okay? you said that you were calm, the calmest you've ever been leading up to this fight. And you remember the text I sent to you, right? You remember
Yeah.
the text? I said, go in there, do your thing, stay calm, and just fucking, do it, right? So do you have any idea, like, how you were just so calm? Because literally, you're right. That is the calmest I think I've ever seen you. There was one exhale as you entered the cage, which shit, who wouldn't, right? You know what I mean? But there was that one exhale, but then after that, it was like you fucking knew something everybody else didn't.
Man, it it was weird to me because like no nerves throughout fight week, no nerves throughout nothing. It was just me just thinking back of like talking to my coach, talking to my brother throughout fight week, and just laying out like the timeline of what we've done. Like my first amateur fight to my first pro fight to like my to to now. We're just naming out the timelines, and going like, man, I can't believe this was like 4 years ago. I can't believe that was 7 years ago, man. I can't believe that was like a year ago, man. I was like, I felt like I just got this job last year. I felt like there's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things. I've been working steadily for 4 years. So working a full-time job and fighting for 4 years. So I've been doing both. So like we're just kind of just taking back and taking looks, and once I thought about it, I was like, man, I prepared my whole entire career for this. It's like I know I'm ready. I know I'm prepared. And then also after my fight and whenever my last fight got canceled, like I said, I just never stopped training. Especially once I found out that the contender spot was uh, was available for me. I never stopped training. I just kept going. So whenever I got in there, I knew all the hard work was done. I knew that whatever he had for me, I had already drilled and trained 1,000 times. Uh, I've already seen the best wrestlers. I already seen some of the best strikers. So I'm just ready. Like I know I'm ready for that level, and I'm just ready to step into the actual UFC cage, not the Dana White Contender Series cage, the UFC cage. I'm ready for that next level, and I'm ready to show everybody that I deserve to be with the best in the world. And that's exactly how I felt whenever I walked in there. I just looked across the cage, and I'm like, I'm some of the best in the world. This guy, to me, at that moment was.
Well, what was it like? Like, I mean, you can go into as much detail as you like, but the Contender Series, it's different. It's different than, I mean, not the fight itself. Of course, the fight is just like any other fight. Um, like I said, the finish was just a cherry on top because that was beautiful. But like, talk to me about your experience with the Contender Series.
Man, it was eye opening for me. It was really eye opening for me because it's different than any other promotion. It was definitely different than any other promotion. Just seeing the difference of like what the regional level gives you to what like a top notch like brand like the UFC level gives you. So it was a complete difference night and day. So walking in there, they try to make you feel as comfortable as possible. They got the deep pockets, so they want to make their fighters feel comfortable. They don't want you to over stress or anything. They're just worried about the product of you fighting. So
Mhm.
whenever I stepped in there, I didn't have to worry about anything. I knew that they provided the Epsom salt. I didn't have to go out and look for that. They provided stuff for me to cut weight. They provided me a portable sauna during this like time. They were helping me do stuff to help me keep stay like to get on weight. They were doing a lot of things, and then also, man, they were making sure we were hydrated. We had like cases of water for us, man. They just treated us really really well. So man, they really took care of, like, they really took the extra step to make sure all the fighters were taken care of and everything. So man, it was just one of those like no stress, no worries about anything. So it's different in that sense, but also whenever it comes to the fight, like it's supposed to be that like this is my shot, this is my one chance. I didn't feel that until like after the fight was over. After the fight was over, like, oh crap, like this was my chance, and I took it and I ran with it. So, so yeah, it's unique in its own ways. It's super unique, and I gotta say, I really loved it. I really loved the experience I had. So I'm just ready for that UFC experience.
Okay, and then fight week, how was that? Did you have extra interviews? I know we spoke, and then like your weight cut, like was all that pretty much normal, or was it a little bit more, not like intense, but just a little bit more with the Dana White's Contender Series as opposed to Fury or LFA?
Man, it well, here was the difference is that like the interviews, man, I've was done them and I love doing them. I love talking. I love like telling like if anybody wants to talk to me, man, I'm not the most talkative person, but if you get to talking to me, I'll talk to you. So so like if you talk to me, I talk to you. You ask me questions. If you don't ask me, I don't tell. So if you just get in a conversation with me, I'll run on for days. But if if there's three people here and you're just talking to another dude, I'm just gonna sit here quiet the whole entire time, right? Not even insert myself into the conversation. But man, I was getting a lot of had gotten a lot of interviews, especially the one with you as well last week. You know, a lot of them were starting to pile up, but I genuinely just loved it. Yeah, I loved the extra exposure, and then also, man, fight week it was different. Like fight week, it was different because it wasn't my usual Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was here's Tuesday. You got to cut your carbs on this day instead of this day. Like I'm so used to my diet being like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Instead it was like, okay, well I still have to eat this amount of much on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You got to cut a little bit more carbs. Friday, cut almost all carbs. Saturday, cut all carbs, but you still got to eat then this amount of water and this amount of that part to me was really different because I didn't know like it was so my timetable and like everything was so mixed up to me. My Sunday felt like a Thursday and my Monday felt like a Friday. So it was just a lot. It was very different, very weird. But also the Vegas dry heat, man, it made it weird for me to cut weight. I just like I jumped in the little portable sauna for about an hour, and man, I didn't lose much weight. I didn't lose much weight like the night before, and I knew I was hydrated. Uh, like I lost barely anything, so I was starting to freak out, and I was like, "Oh man, if I'm gonna be that one guy that misses weight this week," I told myself, I was like, couldn't sleep that night because like I'm not missing weight. I'm not missing weight. I'm gonna do everything I can not to miss. So the next morning, I was on it with new strategies. I'd done the Epsom salt bath trick, and then instead of wrapping myself up in a blanket like how everybody else does and wrap themselves up and make themselves look like a mummy, I had the portable sauna, and I was like, I'm just gonna use that and shoot. The mixture of the Epsom salt bath with that portable sauna worked really well for me, and I just dropped all my weight like that.
Nice.
So that was very weird for me because like different weight cutting experiences because I'm usually just jumping in the sauna and everything coming off like quick. To me, like because I've always had my smoothest weight cuts have always been in the sauna. I've never done the bath. That was the first time I ever did. So that was a little bit stressful on my end because that was the first time I ever done it, and I was very skeptical. You telling me I can sit in a bath and lose weight? I was like, you telling me I can sit in the bath and lose weight? I don't believe it, not one bit. But I did this time around because I was like, man, there's no other option I really have but this. So when that came and it happened, I was like really shocked and really impressed. But
Nice.
it was very it was very relaxed. It was just most of the time we had to be quarantined anyway, so we weren't really doing too much. We're just kind of just chilling, watching documentaries and everything until we had to go weigh in. And then once we weighed in, had to be quarantined again. Just ordered food and just watch more documentaries until fight until the fight.
Okay. For my listeners, what documentaries were you guys watching?
And we actually started watching the On Freddie Roach on HBO Go. That one was that one's really good. I think I've only gotten to episode three. That one was a really good one because I love boxing. You know, that's one like I love it. And one of my favorite boxing trainers would definitely have to be Freddie Roach, just because he was working with GSP. He was working with Manny Pacquiao. He didn't really care to talk down on MMA or boxing. Like he's not saying preferably one or the other. He was just like, all right, these like for they want to learn this skill, so all right, cool. I'm gonna teach them this skill, or they just want to get better, so I'm gonna help them get better. So I really admire that about him. So I went ahead and watched the documentary, and that was a really good one. I need to finish it. I need to finish it because man, it had me super locked in, tuned in. I loved it. Then also I was watching a couple comedy specials. I watched that new Rob Schneider comedy special. Uh, it was to me. It was all right. It was all right. I'm more of a Tom Segura type guy. I love his comedy specials, uh, but yeah. Then the next one, I don't know why, but I just kind of like I like watching that notorious Conor McGregor documentary, just because it goes all the way back from when he first started fighting to a certain part. Whatever you think of his persona or not, like it just kind of embodies like we all start in this one place, and if you work hard enough, you can get to this place. So that's usually my fight day ritual. Is just watch that because like, hey, you worked hard, you started here, now you it kind of helps you put things in perspective. Like, oh, I'm in this spot in my life. I can be working hard enough to get to this spot. So it's a really good it's a really good documentary in my eyes, just take and grasp and be like, if you really work hard enough, you can really put your mind. If you put your mind into it, you'll get done whatever you want.
Yeah, I bought it for my wife because she was a huge Conor McGregor fan. Huge Conor McGregor fan. I know she actually made $20 off of her dad when he knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds.
Don't remind me.
Well, it's funny because I was out of town that night, so it was actually one of the few pay-per-views I missed. And I had no idea until I got home when my wife was like throwing $20 at me. I'm like, hey, what the hell's going on? And she's like, my dad bet me $20 that Aldo would knock him out. I'm like, oh, well, I guess McGregor won. But,
Yeah.
you know, I haven't watched the documentary. So upon your suggestion, I'll take a look at it. And
It's
and
pretty
be
good. I like it because it like the whole documentary was kind of based on him at a certain time, but also goes to flashbacks to when he was younger and everything, which I find pretty cool. And then whoever was following him around during that whole entire time caught the really good stuff. Like they caught his knee injuries, like in between, like like before the Chad Mendes fight, and then before all these other fights. Like man, like they were catching some really good things on there. So it was some really good insight on there. So if you're a fighter and you know like what times and what dates was happening, you can like recall like, oh, that happened then. Oh, I didn't know that. So it's pretty cool. It's really cool just to correlate if you really know your like fights and when they happen, when exactly at what point in their career was that going on. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool watch if you know the history.
yeah, definitely. I'll go give that a watch. Now, of course, we have to talk about you're home now, I presume?
Oh yeah, I'm home. Oh yeah.
Okay. My favorite part of the interviews. Now I don't even know if you've been able to indulge. Okay, but were there some victory meals or some victory drinks been having?
Oh no. Well, my victory drink right now is a Dr. Pepper, man. I got myself a liter. I drank like we stopped at the corner store and got myself a little small cherry Dr. Pepper. But once we got home, I went ahead and just got myself a liter. I was like, because I'm gonna drink it all, man. I'm taking this week off, so I don't have to worry about anything right now. Nothing really booked, but Monday comes around, I'm strict, getting real strict on my meals again. So, you know, it's I'll be back. But no, as soon as we landed, they picked us up from the airport, and I was like, I want Mike's seafood. I want Mike's seafood. We're going to Mike's seafood, and we went. Man, best bacon, shrimp wrapped. Wait, bacon wrapped shrimp. I love it. The owner, Mike Trin, will tell you I love it. It's my favorite thing there. He knows me so well, and he knows me so well when it comes to that. He'll just be like, "All right, cool. Adrian's here. Get the bacon wrapped shrimp, man." So yeah, that was one place I went to, and probably on the weekend I'm gonna hit up that Los Primos fajita hot dogs, man. I'm telling you right now, best in the business, like best in the fajita hot dog business, man. I'm telling you right now, I love it. I'm gonna go this weekend.
Yeah, I actually saw one of my buddies had mentioned that on your timeline.
Oh yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's really good. It's really really good. It's uh like I said, and the guy just knows what he's doing, man. I remember the first time I went, and I was really skeptical because my coworker had told me about it, and I went, and I was looking at it, I was like, man, I don't know, like this, I don't know. And then once I tried it, I was like, yep, this man had a vision. He went for it. He succeeded. So, man, yeah, I stand 100% behind Los Primos, man. I I hardly can ever go get it because I'm usually training. I want to get it all the time, but you got to be strict with your food sometimes. But tell you right now, if you want an epic cheap meal, you go to Los Primos.
Yeah, me and my buddy were actually talking about him more than me because I'm a terrible cook. Uh, Trust me, my wife can vouch. But we were talking about a hamburger stand instead of a hot dog stand
Mhm.
because we worked in the industry of food distribution. So we know, we still have hookups there. So we could definitely get the food for a good price. And this man is a wizard when it comes to burgers. He's actually one of the members that plays in my band. I've known him since he was 5 years old. And
Oh
we're in
wow.
our 30s now. We're in our 30s now, so that's a long fucking time. But there was a minute there where we were looking at trucks, you know what I mean? So it would have been something different, instead of a hot dog stand. And we weren't talking like, little burgers like that. No, we're talking about
The fat.
burger.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're hitting my fat boy senses, man.
All right, man. Well, I just want to congratulate you on a fucking beautiful performance. And that set up the contract. And trust me, we are all waiting to hear on when Adrian Yanez is going to make his official UFC debut. Okay, these bantamweights, I seriously, like, you put them on notice. Okay, this is why I love the Contender Series versus the Ultimate Fighter. Okay, I'm really glad that they may or may not do the Ultimate Fighter, and I may or may not watch. But the Dana White Contender Series, you get their backstory. They're usually fighters that you've seen come up through the regional scene, and then just you get to see them do their thing and fight for a contract. And success, man, success, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm trying to be another one of those Dana White Contender Series success stories, man. I want to be one of those people that whenever they say the Dana White Contender Series, my name's up there with it. You know, like I want to be one of those top five people, at least top five, at least the most number one. So
Yeah. Well, look at what the Sugar Show is doing. We were talking about him off air, right?
yeah,
Um, Time we talked, but look, he was suspended for a very long time, and now he's co-main eventing a UFC card this weekend. Okay, and it was for marijuana, I think. And if my memory serves me, well, that's fucking bullshit anyway. But you're not gonna have those gaps. You're not
yeah,
gonna have these injuries that keep you out of the cage for a very long time. And you're coming off the Contender Series just like him with I might add a better KO. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, his was flashy, but yours was fucking just, I don't have words to describe it other than beautiful and accurate, and I'd rather have that over flashy any day. You know,
Oh,
the fundamentals, your boxing really showed through, and you finished the guy when you said you were gonna finish the guy. I mean, I was ready for 3-round war. That is what I was ready for. I was ready for, Yanez Estrada 2, basically. I was ready for 3 rounds of madness, and you gave me 39 seconds. I'm not upset. I'm not upset, man. I'm not upset.
man, in my head, I was trying to prepare myself for a war. I really was. I was preparing myself for a war, but anytime I was thinking about it, I just couldn't pull myself together to even think that it was gonna be a war. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to throw any shade on my opponent or anything like
Oh
that.
no, you've earned the right to flex, bro. You've earned the right to flex.
The whole entire night, I was like, man, look, like, not that I didn't take him seriously, but at the same time, I was like, this guy is nothing to me. He's like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna starch this guy. There's nothing, like, it's my time. The whole entire night, me warming up. I was like, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. And I'm like, I'm not gonna let anybody take it away from me. Not him. Not nobody. Not anybody. And 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 like as soon as, like, I was like, wait, I can't I can't go in there and just think I'm gonna start this guy, because if I hit him and he takes my shot, I gotta readjust and do everything. But the whole entire time I was thinking that, a part of me was like, nah, fuck that. Like, you're in there, you're gonna start this guy. You're gonna go in there and start this guy. Like, I was trying to pull myself back to what my mind was telling me the entire night. It was like, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna start this guy. So I was trying to pull myself back a little bit from it, because I didn't want to go in there like super, super confident, hit him with the right hand and be like, oh crap, he didn't go down. But there was just that side of me. I just had a killer instinct that night that I was like, he's not going past the first round. I wasn't gonna let him go past the first round, and it just exactly how I envisioned it my whole entire camp and everything, and it happened that way.
Man, that's got to be pretty fucking epic. Like, I bet sleeping must have been tough because that you had to be high as fuck off of that.
Oh man, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. That was uh, man. I had to wake up, like, I was at right after the fight. Right after the fight, I was going through, because I was also trying to get to everybody who was hitting me up, like anybody, from anybody, everybody. If I never talked to you or anything like that, I was at least trying to get you a like or a retweet or anything, just trying to at least just like let them know, like, hey, I saw this. I had
Mm-hmm.
like the massive jump of like followers that I've gotten, like, because to me, a massive jump is like 1,000 people. Like, 1,000 people was a massive jump to me, and my Instagram to me jumped a lot, and then my Twitter jumped a lot, and then I was getting like Facebook notifications like crazy, and I was like, all right, well, I'm trying to get to everybody, so I did it one app at a time. I did Instagram to Twitter. I'm barely getting onto Facebook because it's just so much. There's a lot of people are still tagging me and stuff. Right now, like, I had to put silence so that you're not gonna hear the freaking vibrating of the phone, like, zzz. So yeah, yeah, pretty much that's it. Like, I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting to everybody. Uh, yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. Like I said, we'll be keeping our ears out for that announcement. Okay. And then I was talking to Nick the entire night. And he's telling me he's up. I was like, I know. Well, we're watching. And literally all we could say was wow, man. All we could say is wow. So shout out to your sponsor, HKA USA. I got one right here. So blink, right?
Yeah. Yeah, big shout out to them, man. They provided me with all my training gear through for my training camp, man. I'll tell you right now that those shin guards that they got me, man, they were lightsabers, man. Because I kicked a lot of elbows, and I started getting a little bit reckless because I knew I could kick and be protected with them, and other shin guards, man. I'd be walking around with swollen ankles right now, you know. So I was really, I've been kicking recklessly a little bit, man. I need to calm myself down a little bit, man. So, really good product, man. I absolutely love the shin guards, love the boxing gloves, man. So, shoot, absolutely love them, man. I absolutely love them.
Yeah, and like I said, they kept you safe through your entire camp. So gotta love that. Go ahead if you got any other sponsors. Now you're a UFC fighter, baby. You're a
Oh,
UFC fighter, so I mean, I expect you to pick up a few more. As a matter of
oh yeah, man. I'm loving it, man. I got a couple things. Shoot. Oh yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I got a couple things, man. I'll be probably pretty soon. I'll be able to announce a little bit more things, man. Uh, but for right now, man, I just want to give the biggest shout out to my management team, Iridium Sports Agency, man. Them guys over there, man, they're lifesavers. They've done a lot for me. Like they've made it a lot more easier for me to do things. Like they like other management companies, like they don't do they don't do their fighters justice, but Iridium Sports Agency, they do right by the fighters. So yeah, big shout out to them, and also Metro Fight Club and Salt Solis at Metro Fight Club. We're now at O Athletic, you know, combined. So oh man, it's just all better now. It's just super all better.
All right, and watch out for your teammates, Jacob Silva, and who's the other one?
Leo Mono Martinez, man. It's gonna be great, man.
I have trouble pronouncing that guy's name. How do you pronounce it?
Leo Mana. So
Leo
Leo,
Mata?
yeah, Leo and Mana.
Okay, easy.
Yeah.
White people, I tell you.
Yeah, it's all right. We forgive you.
But yeah, so you got a couple teammates that are going to be fighting here in the coming weeks. Hopefully we can have them on as well. But yeah, dude, awesome talking to you. So fucking happy you got the fucking win. I know I'm not supposed to fucking pick favorites. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I was very invested in your fight. So I'm just super happy that you were able to pull through for you, not for me. You know what I mean? Because yes, I was super fucking excited and I felt good about it. But I'm just you're fucking out there doing your damn thing. You're fucking fighting out your dream, for lack of better words. But you're doing it, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad I'm finally here and I'm finally doing it, man.
Man, you're just getting started, bro. You're just getting started. All right, well, again, this is Adrian Yanez, UFC Bantamweight. We'll catch you next time, my friend.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.